We're Gade Falcha Rove, Hig Park na Lou Classy and Sean Ardwaha. Achaves, Clech Canish, Creve, Eder Vanak Ardwaha. Eder Common Lou Class Gailey Connell, Tullach Sarn, August Common Lou Class Gael, Neve Killian and Crushban. So you're very welcome to join us here on Armagh TV, where we'll be broadcasting live the Intermediate Championship final, the pinnacle of the intermediate year, between St Killian's of Whitecross and the O'Connells of Tullysarn. So a glorious day here in the athletic grounds. Quite a substantial crowd here to see this intermediate final. Both teams having worked very hard to get to the final. Tullysarn accounting for Silver Bridge in the semi-final in a great game of football, and Whitecross accounting for Clonagale. So both teams are out on the pitch and they're following the band round in the pre-match ritual. There'll be the national anthem played very shortly, so the crowd just showing their appreciation. So it's Bishop Barrow O'Murray on the mic today, and joining me on commentary is Kevin Fox. Kevin, what do you think about today's match?
Yeah, well, today it's just we have Whitecross in the final that we fully expected, and we're sort of favourites for the competition in the beginning. And they're rightly here, and they played well the whole way through the competition. And then we've Tullysarn, the surprise package. To come out of junior, win it, and then go straight and reach an intermediate final the following year. It's an incredible achievement alone. So if they're able to overcome this Whitecross team and have back-to-back championships, it'll be something special. It
will indeed, and of course there's the Ronan Clark factor who has been involved, I think, for the last 2 years, Kevin, with them, and of course received high praise last year in eventually guiding Tullysarn to the much sought after junior championship that they had been longing for years, and it was seen in many eyes that Ronan Clark was the man to guide them to that, and to get them to an intermediate final the next year and be part of that, Kevin, it's going to be some achievement. But we're going to take a break now for Oran Nashington Heron, Oran Navane. Or on the vein being sang beautifully there here in the sunny athletic grounds, and yeah, both teams just having the last words of preparation and getting ready for throw in. Today's referee is Kevin Falloon. The sub referee is Ollie Hurty, and I've Rowan McKinstry down as one of the linesmen anyway. Yeah, Kevin, we should be treated to a real game here. We've seen Tullysarn as being a very mobile and agile young team. Well, some of them are young, but they certainly know where the posts are, as Silverbridge found out in the last game. And opposite them are a very experienced and well drilled and well oiled Whitecross team.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's two contrasting sort of ways the two teams play, and Tullysarn, we've seen them sort of kick passing game and fast running boys off the shoulder, and Whitecross will filter boys back and try and turn the ball over. So it should be in for a good game. Yeah.
Whitecross have won the kick out or the throw up, and it's played in early to the full forward line where cornerback Jody Collins comes out. And interestingly, Kevin, Whitecross full forwards have all lined out on the 45, and the half forward line has all played in gone into full forward. So maybe we'll see a lot of movement in the Whitecross forward line. So some intense tackling already by Whitecross, and it's they who come away with the ball. So it's Anthony McCann who plays it out wide to Cal McSherry. Cal McSherry, very much a playmaker for Whitecross, fists it on down the line here. And an effort by Michael McGrory, and a great score and an early score for Whitecross. And Kevin, an early score is great to settle the nerves.
Yeah, absolutely. Settled all the whole team down. It was a great score from a very difficult angle too as well.
Yep. So Whitecross, and I suppose any wind that is blowing here is blowing in Whitecross's favour. Maybe blowing into the far corner, but nothing really to influence the game overly. Goalkeeper Sean Black just getting ready to kick the ball out for the first time today, and his kickouts were very notable against Silverbridge. Very, very accurate from the kick out. He kicked just like that kick out. He passed them out. He didn't kick any out 50-50, and Tullysarn were able to work from the kickouts against Silverbridge in the semi-final. So here they come. Good hit by Conor Malone, caught his man off guard. And here they come. Here's 3-on-1 inside the 21, inside the 14, and a shot. Oh, Conor Malone decides against it, Kevin. When you're burned down in goal in a county final, a minute into it, you got to go for goal.
Gotta go for goal, boy. I'm shaking my head here.
You're in disgust.
Absolutely, go for it.
Yeah, all the wiser Gaelic football coaches who would know a lot more than us, Kevin, will be saying he done the right thing.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and the ball kicked out again, and it's Kieran McNulty who fetches expertly in midfield and punches it down the line to Barry McKeown. Plays it in, but that's well out by Brian Kelly for Tullysarn. He's boxed in by Cal McSherry. He's going to overcarry it. Yes, he overcarried it, Kevin. Good pressure there by Cal McSherry.
Yeah, it's been sustained pressure here from Whitecross in the beginning. We're into the opening 3 minutes, and Tullysarn can't get out of their own half at the minute. Yep.
They're going to need to get a foothold in this game. Maybe it's nerves. Maybe it's the goalkeeper. His last kick out there went straight between two Whitecross players. He didn't do that at all in the semi-final. So maybe just a wee bit of nerves early on. So this free is going to be taken by McGrory, who already has 1 point to his name. He's going to take it left-footed. He's between the 14 and the 21. He steps in closer to goal. He kicks it confidently, and it sneaks inside the post. His second, Whitecross's third.
Yeah, it's a great start for Whitecross, and it's exactly what they were looking for in this intermediate final, and it could very well be a nervous start for Tullysarn, and they need to make sure they don't let this game run away from them in the very beginning. Yeah,
and Kevin, no space is being given here at all. They've gone man for man, Whitecross. Yeah, unfortunate. But they've gone man for man. They've pushed right up into the corners on the cornerbacks. They've obviously studied the video of the semi-final, and they're determined not to give the keeper early kickouts or handy kickouts.
Yeah, and it's a good strategy, and it's paid off them so far. And Tullysarn's going to have to think about what their strategy is going to be. They're going to need a plan B, because if they are going to push up, they're going to lose possession, and they're just going to heap the pressure back on them.
Yeah, here come Tullysarn now. They've got up over the half, and a tough tackle there by the Whitecross defender. That's full-back Declan Lennon, who came out and won that ball. The kick's taken backwards by Niall O'Boyle, and it's back to Lennon. He goes past Mark Shields, and he flicks it off to Anthony McCann. Anthony McCann boxes it away down the line here to Michael McGrory, who finds himself on the opposite side of the field. He plays one in to Ryan McSherry, who's in. He gives it to his brother Cahill, and a nice solo dummy. Plays it across to Conor Malone. Conor Malone with a second point of the game. Kevin, not normally would play out round the middle for Whitecross, and great fielder of the ball and good athletic player, and not necessarily renowned as the chief score getter for Whitecross, but within the first 4 minutes of the county final, he's got 2 points for his team.
Yeah, it's a great return, and I thought maybe on that occasion the return just almost overplayed it. So, but no, they've done well. But that's a good kick out again, the keeper.
Yep. Tullysarn, they're just they're being a bit too deliberate in possession, and it's nearly the passes are being telegraphed by the Whitecross. There's a big push in the back on Barry McKeown, and Whitecross, Tullysarn are sucking deep in, and they're allowing Whitecross to have the ball here, and it's not paying off for them. There's a lovely ball in. If he gets a fist of this, Kevin, I think we all thought he was going to have to fist it because we thought the keeper was going to come out, but the keeper stood in his line. And
yeah, I thought I think the forward thought he was going to get clobbered by the keeper on that occasion. But
9 times out of 10 he would have.
Yeah, but it's worrying. It's a very, very worrying start for Tullysarn. There's been opportunities, a couple of goal chances there, and it's all Whitecross at the minute.
Yeah, good run forward by Mark Shields. Took his team 40 yards up the field. It's Neil McSherry here. Neil McSherry was about to lay it off and got flattened. Ball's played across here. All the way across to number 12, Michael McGrory, who plays it into full forward Cathal McSherry. McSherry takes on his man. Steps inside. Kicks it high. And Whitecross are playing with two very big men in there. They're playing with Kieran McNulty and Conor Malone. So they won't mind the ball going in high at all there. And they're competing for everything in there. Yeah,
and it's a tactic that the Whitecross can certainly use as well. They're finding plenty of space though, and their other forwards are stepping up and getting the scores. But it's definitely a tactic that's there.
Yeah, Kevin, we like direct football on Armagh TV.
We certainly do.
Here come Tullysarn. They're getting over the halfway line again here. It's Gavin Conlon. He's bottled up well, but they get out a wee bit of space, and they're inside the 45 is Matthew Kiernan. He gets a nice 1-2 and he's approaching the 21. He's going to try with his left. He kicks one with his left and finds it over the bar.
Yeah, that's a great score. That'll settle things right back down again now for Tullysarn, and that's exactly what they need to get themselves back into the game.
It is indeed. So 7 minutes gone here in the athletic grounds, and it's Whitecross 4 points and Tullysarn 1. So Tullysarn will be hoping for more of the same, and they'll try and contest this kick out. The first by Thomas Canning today. And although Thomas Canning was able to evade all the Tullysarn players, he also kicked it out over the sideline. So it's going to be a sideline ball to Tullysarn, which captain of the team, John McKeown, will take. And John kicks it down the line to Gavin Conlon. Gavin Conlon, he's inside the 21, he's inside the 14, he plays it back to corner back Ryan Conlon. And Ryan Conlon slots that wide. So the fans were celebrating prematurely there, but unfortunately for Ryan on that occasion, just wide of the post.
Yeah, it was a poor enough kick in the end. He created the space for themselves, and he should really just have slotted that one over the bar. But it's a poor enough kick. They need to make sure they're creating all those chances. Yeah, and the kick-outs really aren't working for Whitecross here. There's another one that they've kicked away. It's Owen Daly, and Owen Daly tries to punch it in. And the half forward Kevin Corrigan got in just in front of Michael Malone there, and he tries his luck, but he's kicked that wide. And Kevin, this is poor shooting by Tullysarn the last 2 minutes. Yeah, they could really have got themselves right back in there, and two half decent chances, and they blew the both of them. So they need to take advantage, and I think for both keepers at the minute, they are getting it very, very tough in their own kickouts. Yeah, we'll just take a look at the Whitecross kick out here. The last two haven't really worked out well for Thomas Canning. So he steps up, and this time he kicks it straight down the middle, but kicks it straight to Tullysarn, man. Mark Shields in for the break there, and this is going to set Whitecross on their way. They've created an overlap here. They've got Ryan McSherry on the ball. He's coming in. He's 21 yards out. Poor effort by Ryan McSherry in a county final. He really needed to be hammering that over the bar. He tried to side foot it, and it just fell short. So Tullysarn hoping to break away here again. Number 15, Gavin Conlon. Although he's well bottled up, it's back to Kevin Hanaway, who's come way deep and seems to be playing in a sweeper role. And it's back to John McKeown. So very deliberate play here by Tullysarn, and they burst forward now. So a nice ball played in, but Declan Lennon, the fullback, expertly out there. He's won his ball. He's taken two men on. He tried to play it back, but give it away. And Tullysarn have never created a wee overlap of their own. It's half back. It's half back. Eddie Mallon, and it seemed for all the world there, Kevin, that it was going to curl over, but it's just a wee bit too far out there. Yeah, and we're singing Eddie's praises over the last number of games in the championship. He's a live wire for them, but yeah, it was a poor enough effort in the end, and there's 3 glorious chances. They could have brought the game back level. Yeah. So just looking at the stats here, Tullysarn 1 score out of 4 attacks, and Whitecross 4 scores out of 6 attacks. So that's ultimately the tale of the two teams so far. Here's Anthony McCann on the ball.
and he gets a nice 1-2 there, and he's in a wee bit of space, and a lovely ball in front of Kieran McNulty. Now Kieran's 21 yards out, he turns on to his right, he's pushing himself out wide, he didn't need to really go wide there, and straight into the hands of Sean Black, and Tully Sarn come again. No, Kieran has intercepted it. He's going to pass her on this time to Cathal McSherry, who plays it inside to Conor Malone, back to McSherry. McSherry should put this over the bar. Kieran McNulty should put it over the bar, and that's what he does. So, although they worked hard to get it, Kevin, another important point for Whitecross.
Yeah, it was indeed, and they turned the ball over there, and they worked in a good score in the end, and it was poor enough if it's the pass, and Tully Sarn should really have come away from that without any danger. Yeah,
indeed. So give us a shout and let us know where we're watching the match. Kevin, what's the Twitter feed?
Armagh_GAA.
Armagh_GAA. So you can drop us a line on Twitter and let us know where you're watching it. Let us know what you think of the game. Let us know who you're supporting. Ball kicked out again and contested by 4 players in the middle. It comes to Owen Daly, who's seen plenty of ball in the first 11 minutes of this half, and he's been very economical with what he's done. The same can't be said for Gavin Conlon, who's just hand-passed the ball away, and Tully Sarn are going to need to be a lot cleaner in possession because they're giving the ball away too handily here. Here's Michael McGrory, who hasn't given the ball away yet, and who's started the game very, very lively for Whitecross. Great defensive play there by by Brian Kelly, but Tully Sarn have coughed up the ball again, and can Whitecross punish them again? Here's Mark Shields bursting onto the ball. He turns, tries to get a shot away, but it's well blocked, but it comes back here. That's Cathal McSherry. He plays a nice ball over the top, and they're in for goal here. And the ball's in the net. It's a goal, Kevin. Keeper flattened, forward flattened. Mark Shields with a great goal chance that he scuffed. But all in all, it just ends up in the back of the net.
Yeah, the goalkeeper will be disappointed with his player there. It was a scuff shot from Shields. It bobbled along, and it seemed to bounce off his chest and sort of loop over the top of him then and go. I think it was Shields' goal really in the end. Not sure it needed an extra touch anywhere.
Yeah, well, the ball's kicked out again, and Tully Sarn very, very fumbly in this opening 10 minutes, and they'll need to settle themselves down a wee bit. Here they come again. And it's these balls over the top, Kevin, that Whitecross are intercepting. But here comes the captain, John McKeown. He gets them moving forward, being tracked by Anthony McCann. Nice ball in front, taken well, and he's fouled. There's a foul, Kevin, unnecessary foul. The ball was well won by Edward Mallon on that occasion, and he started lively enough, although he has a white to his name.
Yeah, he's a real threat for Tully Sarn. We've seen that throughout the championship, and they will want to be feeding plenty of balls into him, and he could cause a lot of problems to Whitecross defence. Yep,
it's Kevin Corrigan with the free here. He was so accurate against Silverbridge in the semi-final. He'll be hoping to add a second point to his team's total here, and he does that expertly, feinting his range on the first attempt from a dead ball. So it's 13 coming up to 14 minutes gone here in the athletic grounds, and it's St Killian's Whitecross a goal and 5 points, and Tully Sarn 2 points. So the ball being kicked out here by Thomas Canning and contested in the middle. Anthony McCann, a judge to just have pushed John McKeown in the back there, which I think referee Kevin Falloon has got 100% right. He's going to make him retake it there. The ball was taken quicker than he would have liked, and all he heard, he's out on the field just to show him where he wants it taken from. So John McKeown assesses his options. He's going to go short here, it looks like. No. He puts one in and kicks it straight to the other Shields. It's Barry Shields. And he plays it out wide to that man McGrory, who's started the game and been really lively for Whitecross so far. Cathal Shields, good target man, and a lovely ball in there. Kieran McNulty lets go over his head, and he wins the race for it. Kieran McNulty looking in good shape here. Comes back on his left, tries to go through 2 men, does. He's still going, finds it back to Cathal McSherry. Conor Malone with a chance for his third, which he converts.
Yeah, they're a lot livelier up front as well. when the ball's coming in, there's always a second option available to them, and the scores are coming a lot handier. Tullysarn's really going to have to come up with something else here to try and get themselves back into the game.
Yeah, and no scores as yet for Cathal McSherry at full forward, Kevin, but he's been to the fore of almost everything that has happened for Whitecross going forward. He's getting on the ball a lot, and he's finding his man with the passes, and he's part of the reason why they find themselves 1-6 to 2 points up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here come Tullysarn away up over the half. It's Matthew Kiernan. He's run half the length of the field here. He's going to have to find a pass, or he's going to get bottled up. He feeds it back here to the cornerback Conlon. And Conlon, he thought he was fouled. He went down to his knees. I'm not sure what the referee's going to give here. He's gone over and he's talking to the Whitecross man, but I didn't see any foul. I think the two of them maybe just collided. He's given a free in. I'm not sure for what, but the medics are coming on the field maybe thinking that there might be an injury. Another free inside the 45, which Tullysarn will be hoping to score from, which will leave 6 in it if this is accurate. Score being 1-6 to 2 points at present. And the referee's telling all the medics to get off the field, and the free goes backwards. Pressure comes on straight away on the captain McKeown. He feeds it back, and Whitecross really swarming round the Tullysarn men on the ball. Nice ball played into Kieran O'Riordan, and at full forward he's showing a bit of strength. He's being held up. Nice skill, plays it across, and a chance of a shot. Certainly a chance of a shot now, and the shot goes in and goes over the bar, and a nice score by Kevin Corrigan, his second of the game, to leave the score a goal and 6 to 3 points. So better stuff from Tullysarn, Kevin.
Yeah, it was better on that occasion, and they worked well. When you're getting in around that sort of area against Whitecross, the area available is very, 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 very minimal. So they really are going to have to pick out their players.
Good stuff. Anthony McCann showed well for that ball and took it in to the chest expertly and finds that man, Cathal McSherry. He's the go-to man every time, Kevin. He plays it well into Conor Malone. Tried to flick it up and seemed to be fouled, but referee says play on. And here come Tullysarn working it out to get it to Ryan Conlon. Tullysarn really not playing by numbers today. This Ryan Conlon seems to be playing at right half forward, although he's named at left half back. And they've given it back to Whitecross again, and this has been a reoccurring occurrence in the first half, where Tullysarn have worked hard to get the ball back and then just presented it straight back to Whitecross. A left-footed effort there by Ryan McSherry, and that goes wide.
Yeah, this Whitecross is definitely getting their hands in and winning any sort of 50-50. That's coming upon them, and Tullysarn just need to try and cut out the errors as much as possible, especially in around their own half. Yeah,
so that's a first wide for Whitecross, with Tullysarn having registered 3 wides so far. So Whitecross obviously a lot more economical with the ball when in front of goal. Kick out, passed out again to John McKeown, the captain, and he sets Tullysarn on their way. They get the ball up over the halfway line. It's played in by Brian Kelly, and referee Kevin Fallon, as the judge Declan Lennon, has fouled his man there.
Yeah, it's an easy decision for the referee on that occasion. It was quite clear for everybody in the ground.
Yeah, but Whitecross, Kevin, although they're very comfortable in this game, they've given away just a couple of frees and scoreable positions there, and you know yourself when you're winning and you're in the lead, you don't want to encourage, you don't want to give the opposition any encouragement.
Yeah, you don't want to give any hope whatsoever, and you start giving away easy points like that. That's where they can start and creep back up on you again.
Yeah. And this man, Kevin Corrigan, that's his third now, his second free with his third point. That man, Kevin Corrigan, was the torment of Silverbridge in the semi-final. He was a real thorn in the side throughout, scoring at will, and I would suggest that Whitecross wouldn't want to give him too much encouragement here either. They've handed a couple of points to him by handy frees and that they've given away. They've won the kick out this time. It's a great turn there by Michael McCrory, and he's steaming away from his man here. Plays it out to Kieran McNulty, and McNulty kicks it high. Goalkeeper didn't look at all comfortable there. Boxed it out and comes to Cal McSherry. Cal McSherry's on, thought he was on his right and on for a shot. The shot again by Neil McSherry that time. Just wide of the mark. So, it's, I suppose, Tullysarn have gotten themselves back into it a wee bit and tightened up. But if they get their hand passing and their use of possession tidied up, Kevin, they could maybe get a wee bit closer to Whitecross. Do you think?
Yeah, they could very well. Yeah, and one way of doing that is to try and one win the primary possession, which is done here, but kick it in quick, and speed it up a bit, and that way it doesn't give Whitecross time to filter any men back.
Yeah, that was a great tussle between full back and full forward there. I think both thought they were being fouled. Anthony McCann makes best use of the ball there, finds Conor Malone and gets it back and strides forward. Not a ball favouring Cahill McSherry, but he won it and he found Anthony McCann. Oh, this great tracking back by number 3, Adrian Conlon, because Anthony McCann was burned down in goal, and if he had caught that, the house was down, I think. But as it is, Tullysarn come away, and these two. Kevin, I don't know what the referee was waiting to happen there. I think he was waiting for the police to get involved, but certainly Declan Lennon and Edward Mallon, I think it's fair to say they're having a good old tussle out there. Yeah,
it's two boys just getting to know each other that wee bit more. It's just fair enough, but I think the referee just held off, but the right decision was made in the end. Yeah,
so Tullysarn sort of boxing the corner here. They work it out to Kieran Mullen. Mullen feeds it on back to Matthew Kiernan, and here comes McKeown. Oh, he's asking a lot of the corner forward there. Can he keep this in? He can, just. And he runs at his man. He's running at Niall O'Boyle, gets past him, and he shoots left-footed. And a super score by Gavin Conlon. Yeah. Super score.
Excellent score on that occasion. He busted it, got to make sure that ball wasn't going to go right over the line, and and then be able to take on his man like that and kick a lovely score. Brilliant.
Yep, and before you know it, there's only 4 in it. So for all Whitecross's early dominance, Tullysarn have just found their foothold there. Mark Shields trying to get them going again. Takes them up to almost halfway. He gets round his man again. He need to move the ball or the referee will blow him up. Barry Oak McKeown plays one in front of Conor Malone this time. Malone does well to get out in front of his man, and he's coming back the field. Boxes it inside to Anthony McCann. Anthony McCann gives it back to Barry Oak McKeown, who started a nice wee play there. And back to McCann. McCann feeds it across to Ryan McSherry, and all the way back here to cornerback Darren Shields. Shields to Neil McSherry, and punch down to Kieran McNulty. Darren Shields runs on. He's being held up. Cahill McSherry gets in, and he's being well held up there and done well to get it back to Kieran McNulty. McNulty from 14 yards out kicked it wide, and Kevin, Whitecross really could have been doing a score there.
They could, yeah, and this is where we go back to other teams getting back into games. They start to be a bit complacent and kicking bad wides, and that gives the other team a bit of hope.
It does indeed. Let's see Sean Black's kick out here. He's going to be looking for a runner here, I think, and he dinks this out just to the halfway line, and they all jump for it. And Whitecross win the break ball. Good strength there in midfield. Feeding Barry Oak McKeown, who gives it out wide here to the left-footed Michael McGrory. He hangs this up in the air, and it breaks to Kieran McNulty again. And McNulty fires Kevin from, he was inside the 14, he was from about the penalty spot, and he inextricably kicked it wide.
Yeah, it was almost harder to do that, Bora. He had done well to get himself into that position, and I think he tried to swing a boot at it to go for a goal, and it had a bad wide. That's 2 bad wides in a row there, and that's where Tullysarn can get back into the game.
It is. Kevin, maybe he had visions of planting that ball in the top corner or trying to put it in off a post or something, but anyway, it went wide. So the ball kicked out here, and Conor Malone favoured to win that ball, and win it he does, but he carries it out over the sideline. He appeals with the linesman there, trying to appeal for his team, but his appeals are falling on deaf ears. So it's going to be a sideline ball here to Tullysarn. They look about and assess their options, and it's played long and played high, and it's straight down the throat of the Whitecross defender, and they work it out well here in 2s and 3s. Oh, and a good block by McKeown wins the ball back for his team. It's Tully Sarn who's in possession now. Good tackling by Anthony McCann wins the ball back for Whitecross, and they come again. It's Neil McSherry here, plays a ball across to brother Cahill, and Cahill should look for a diagonal ball here, I'd say, in front of Conor Malone. No, he kicks it in over the head to Kieran McNulty. He feeds it down to Conor Malone. Conor Malone finds the net. A second goal for Whitecross, and that man that I said, Kevin, wasn't renowned for his scoring abilities now has 1-3 from play in a county final in 25 minutes. Fairly prolific to me.
It is, there's no doubt about it, and you could sort of see that goal coming, to be honest, as the ball was floating in there, and it's just, there's so much danger every time the ball goes into that full forward line, and it's something that Tully Sarn really going to have to sort of close off, because they'll not be able to compete with that.
That's right, and the sideline ball taken by Whitecross again. McNulty finds Anthony McCann, that's the diagonal ball that I was waiting on. Finds Cahill McSherry tackled well, he's under pressure, and he gets marked, and the referee had he give a free out for maybe a double bounce. I thought that McSherry was fouled there originally when he's sort of backing into his man maybe, and the referee has given it for a double hop.
Yeah, no, I think it was a double bounce there when he's on the ball, so but this is that where it starts to slow down for Tully Sarn, and then really need to be speeding this up and getting the ball forward, and kicking long balls like that straight into a Whitecross man's hands is not going to help. No.
Well, here they've won it back again, and it's back to Captain John McKeown. They're not moving it quickly, Kevin. Here Kieran Mullen, he tries to go more direct and finds Eddie Mallon, but Eddie drops it, and fullback Declan Lennon is there to sweep up. Played back to Michael McGrory, who boxes it down the line, pushes it down the line to Cahill McSherry, who won that against all the odds. Plays it back to Barry Shields, and it's Mark Shields who breaks forward here. He's across the 65 metre line and feeds Conor Malone. And Malone carrying, finds Neil McSherry. McSherry goes the opposite way and back to Barry Shields. So Shields there, it's all very lateral here at the moment, into Barry Oak McKeown, and he wins his ball and finds the left-footed McGrory, and McGrory steps in, gets on his left, and scores his third point of the half. Expert.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. But it's looking ominous now, and it's going to be very, very difficult for Tully Sarn to get themselves back into the game. It's Whitecross is just looking so dangerous every time they go forward, and there seems to be goal opportunities when they want them as well. So again, Whitecross is going to turn this one over, are they?
Okay. Anthony McCann tackling well here in midfield, and the referee is giving a free to Kieran O'Riordan for maybe over-aggressive tackling. Ball played in. Eddie Mallon gets out in front this time, Kevin, and he's won the ball. He takes on the full back. A nice slip pass, and they've created an overlap. Referee playing the advantage. Out to corner forward, and he puts it over the bar. So another score for Tully Sarn to make it 2-7 to 0-6.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the sort of stuff that they need to do. But it's all about pace, and the pace that we're used to watching the Tully Sarn team play isn't out here at the moment. But really, they're going to have to step it up a bit. Very good. A couple of tweets in. Paul McKenna watching it from Orlando, Florida with the family. Whitecross and Armagh sponsor. Whitecross Abu. Paul McKenna. Here come Tully Sarn. It's a free in. I'm not sure what the free was for there. But we have Lenny Conlon here as well. Lenny Conlon, a Tully Sarn legend himself. Come on, Tully Sarn, watching the game in Milan, Italy. The comeback is on. Well, Lenny, the comeback may well be on, but it's 7 points of a comeback now. I'd say when you tweeted that, Whitecross hadn't scored their second goal, but you never know. Here comes Kevin Corrigan with an opportunity to score his fourth, and Tully Sarn's seventh of the game. Steps up and kicks right-footed and deadly accurate. Good score from Kevin Corrigan. And that narrows the gap to just the goals. So it's 2-7 to 0-7. And that old adage about goals winning championship
sort of springs to mind here, because only for it, this game would be very much in the balance. But ball kicked out with considerable distance out to the far wing, where Anthony McCann wins possession for Whitecross. It's kicked down the line in the direction of Cathal McSherry, who gets out, and he's absolutely tormenting Brian Kelly, the half-back. And Barry Oak McKeown out in front of Aidan Conlon. Now Barry Oak, he turns left and right, gets it to Cathal McSherry, and Cathal McSherry floats one in front of Conor Malone. Conor Malone wins it, turns, shoots right-footed, and kicks it wide. He is mortal, Kevin.
He is mortal after all. He's playing out of his skin at the minute. But yeah, well, there's 2 goals in it. Wherein I think Tully Sorn will be sort of hoping we're on the blow here now. So, there is only 2 kicks to the ball, and it can very change. The games can change quite dramatically, as we've seen with the semi-final of the senior last week. So, there's every opportunity here, but they need to have a good long conversation at half time here, but for me, they need to up the pace. I think if they can get the ball in their hands and move things quite quickly before Whitecross can filter men back, that they can create a lot more danger. Good
man, Kevin, and that's all we have for the first half here at the Athletic Grounds. It's a score of St Killian's Whitecross 2-7 and Tully Sorn 0-7, and just like Kevin said, Whitecross being a lot more direct with the ball, and that's where the 2 goals have come from. So if Tully Sorn are going to want to make significant strides to coming back in this game, they're going to have to be a lot more direct and quick in their movement of the ball. So we're going to take a break there for 5 minutes for a cup of tea here in the Athletic Grounds, and join us again for the second half of this intermediate final. Gormaigov. Fáilte Rover Ash and Shogga Park na Lú Classie and Ardwaha. August Tan Darna La Rail Tushuck and Ish. So you're welcome back to the second half of this intermediate final here in the Athletic Grounds. We're live on Armagh TV. And referee Kevin Falloon getting ready to throw the ball in. So the four midfielders are standing poised. Kevin Falloon has checked with his linesman. He's checking his watch. He's checking with the umpires and the goalkeepers. And the ball is in the air. They all jump. It's Anthony McCann who jumps highest and he catches it, feeds it off to Barry Shields. Barry Shields puts it in low, and that wasn't taken well at all by the White Cross forward. And Tully's aren't able to come out with the ball, but they give it away again, and they've won it back again. It's like bumping cars in there. And a wee bit of space found now by Ryan Conlon. Conlon back to John McKeown. McKeown plays it down the line. Well taken by Edward Mallon, who seems to have come out and playing back in the half back line. No, this is Edward Mallon, sorry. That was Brian Kelly who played it in them. And Mallon's been dispossessed. Barry Oak McKeown plays it on to Conor Malone here. And Malone trying to stretch the leg. And he falls on his backside. But Tullysarn man was adjudged to have put the ball out. Kevin, referee wants to speak to Cahill McSherry here. And we've commentated on White Cross before, and Cahill McSherry, he's normally in the middle of any controversy that's going, you know, so there's something happened off the ball there, and he's picked up a yellow card, which completely unnecessary there for him.
Yeah, and he's not even arguing with the referee. He's accepting whatever. I'm not sure what has gone on or why he's earned that, but he seems to have accepted it anyway. Yep.
White Cross just managed to hold on to possession there, and Neil McSherry driving forward here. Good running by Neil McSherry, and a great ball in. A bounce is going to favour Conor Malone. He gets it, he turns his man, and he's in on goal. 2 bounces. Kevin, he forgot what he did. He used the bounce to get round his man and got into a wee bit of space. I was waiting for the solo, but he bounced it again. Good strong play there by John McKeown, holds possession, and he plays it down the line, and well caught there by half-back Neil O'Boyle. But it's all very untidy here and scrappy. Mark Shields hoping to change that. He drives forward, gets a wee bit of space for himself, tries to side-foot it over the bar, and that's criminal from Mark Shields, who really should know better there, Kevin. He should have been hitting that, aiming high and putting that over the bar and making sure to get the first goal of the second half.
No, and he knows it too. He's walking away here shaking his head, and he knows that's a bad miss from somebody of his quality.
Mm-hmm. Neil McSherry takes them forward and plays it on a diagonal ball into Cahill McSherry. And Cahill McSherry with a nice fist pass into McGrory. McGrory shoots. And he's given a point. I swore that was wide, but he's given the point.
No, I think it did. I think it went over all right. It seemed to clip the crossbar and go over. So I don't know why the rest of you didn't see that.
You're siding with the officials, Kevin, and you're not changing your mind. Yeah, well, a good score. That's the first of the half. It looked for all the world that McGrory was in for goal there when the ball was played over the top. But again, he probably done the right thing. That's given them a 7-point lead. Double scores here, 2-8 to White Cross and 7 points to Tullysarn.
Yeah, and just on that, Graham Moore, the Camogies, were playing Dungiven today and beat them 4-5 to 1-8. So that's Paddy McCardle, who's usually part of our commentary team, who manages the Graham Moore side. So they're now in Ulster final next Sunday, or Sunday week, sorry. Good,
and congratulations to all involved there. Remember, give us a shout on Twitter and let us know where you're watching the game and who you're supporting. Good tackling by Cahill McSherry. And there's a pull of a jersey. Bit of retaliation there by Adrian Conlon as well. But the result of all this will be a free to Tullysarn, just outside their own 45-metre line. Ball's played down into the corner, but it's poorly executed pass yet again by Tullysarn, and White Cross allowed to build again. So it's Anthony McCann streaming forward. He kicks one in, and Conor Malone that time decided to wait on it and was well intercepted by the cornerback. And a nice flick on there by the Tullysarn man, and a lovely pick up. We're in on goal. We're inside the 14, and he shoots, and it's a goal for Kieran Mullen. A goal, and the Tullysarn supporters get to their feet and they wave their flags and the clap and the cheer, and the score is now 2-8 to 1-7. So White Cross, Kevin, they've got to kick up the backside, maybe they need, and Tullysarn haven't gone away, you know.
No, they haven't. It's game on now, Bora. So, that's exactly what they needed. And Funny was talking about half time. I felt that Tullysarn were going to get into the game. They really needed to rattle in that in the first 5 minutes. So.
Nice ball in here to Edward Mallon. He's 21 yards out. He turns one way, turns man. It comes off the post. So they're still inside the 14-yard. A nice turn there. And a poor wide by Gavin Conlon there. But yeah, exciting stuff there. An exciting start to this half. There's only been 4 minutes played, and there's been chances at both ends, goal chances at both ends. Whitecross took a point with theirs, and Tullysarn hit the net through Kieran Mullen.
Yeah, and it was a very, very simple goal, really. Bora, a quick ball into the forward line and a quite a cheeky wee sort of layoff, and it opened up the whole defence, and that's good, quick football, and that's what they need. That's
right. And here they come again to Ryan Conlon. He's up to the 14-yard line, and he kicks a stonker of a point, and that's put just the goal in it. That's now 2-8 to 1-8, and Tullysarn tails are up. So Kevin, two very poor kickouts from Thomas Canning there. He's going to need to settle himself and compose himself and try and get a pretty straightforward, simple kick out here to get his team in possession. The umpires are unhappy about something here. Yeah, Ollie Hardy's away to see what's going on. The ball kicked out, and good hands by Anthony McCann. Does well to keep the ball. Flicks it across to Neil McSherry. McSherry to Darren Shields, and Mark Shields now in possession. Plays it down the line to Kieran McNulty. McNulty showing great athleticism to get out and win that ball. A nicely played ball across to Barry Ogun-McKeown. Barry Ogun-McKeown knows where the posts are. He gets inside on his right foot. Plays it across to Conor Malone. Conor Malone is going to try one from distance. And Kevin, that's exactly what Whitecross needed.
Yeah, it was class. They didn't panic at all there. There was a couple of players could have had the opportunity, and they played it right across, and he just one quick look at the post and it's straight over.
Yep. That's a goal and 4 for Conor Malone so far, and he's really been on fire today for Whitecross, and shown great effort and great consistency in his shooting. The kick out is played short to Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly gets away from Cal McSherry, takes it past Barry Ogun-McKeown. He's up to the halfway line, and he kicks it in long. The ball was contested there, and it breaks to corner back. It's Matthew Keenan on the ball, and he kicks it left-footed. And kicks it over the bar.
Yeah, it's another great score, and again, it turned the ball around very, very quickly, Bora, and that's straight down. The players are plenty of speed, plenty of accuracy, get the ball into them, and yeah, we're going to have a good second half. We are
going to have a good. It's score for score so far. There's currently 3 in it. There's 2-9 to 1-9. So here comes the kick out again by Canning. This time he looks for McCann. McCann maybe pushed in the back there, but the referee says play on. A nice jink of the shoulder by Matthew Kiernan. Sorry, I was saying Keenan. And the referee's given a foul, which McKeown will take. McKeown plays it down into the corner, and Tullysarn just slowing it down again. Happy to keep possession. It's played laterally across the field here to Kieran Mullen. The goal, no, not Kieran Mullen, Gavin Conlon. Conlon takes his man on down the line. Feeds it back to Ryan Conlon. Ryan Conlon with a nice turn. Whitecross looked like they'd taken it off him, but he's still going, and he's going to shoot left-footed. It's going to hang. Well, the fullback div out. The fullback div out and that and landed on his back. He done very well, but it's Whitecross who come away with the ball. Long ball forward, which Cathal McSherry does very well to make and hold on to, and he needs support. Kicks it in left-footed, and that's well read by Jody Collins there at the back for Tullysarn, and he's assaulted by 2 Whitecross men, and it's going to be a free kick to Tullysarn. It's played across the goalkeeper Sean Black. Black plays it out to Adrian Conlon. Conlon down the line to Owen Daly. And Owen Daly's fouled that time by Conor Malone. Conor Malone puts his hands up and says, "Ref, I know what happened. Go easy on me here." The referee's got the cards out. None of the dreaded black cards as yet, Kevin.
No, not so far. It's a yellow there on that occasion, and the same in the earlier match. No black cards there either. In my opinion, it's great to see.
Yeah, no harm. Ball pushed down the line. Good tackle by Mark Shields, but Tullysarn have been able to hold possession. And they're up to the halfway line. It was back to McKeown, the captain. And they're being very patient out here in the middle sector. Whitecross marking up inside. Ball pushed down the line. Mark Shields managed to get a hand to it. But it comes to Conlon, who feeds it back. And if there's... No, the midfielder's going to go straight. But a poor ball intercepted well by Whitecross. Cathal McSherry's come all the way back to half-back. And a great out ball to Barry McKeown. McKeown back to McSherry. McSherry looking at his options. Doesn't have too many. Barry McKeown is even less. Or even fewer. Mark Shields provides an outlet and brings them forward to the 65-metre line. Here comes Barry McKeown now, and they're up over the half. And the ball kicked down into the corner where Conor Malone is willing again. Tries to play it back to Michael McGrory, but they've been a lack of understanding. And then here come Tullysorn. It's a good play by Conlon. Ryan Conlon tries to get away from McSherry. Gets back on his left. And kicks an absolute beaut of a point there, Kevin.
I thought it was going to sneak wide in the end, but yeah, it's a great point. He's kicked it over, and it just keeps heaping the pressure on the Whitecross. They'll start to panic as this lead just becomes nothing in the end.
Yeah, and Lenny Conlon's prophecy maybe coming through there for Tullysorn. They're certainly right back in it now. There's just the 2 points in it now, and a great start to the second half, and they need to keep this up, and Whitecross would need to find an extra gear, I'd say, in this half. And here they come up over the 45. Kieran McNulty looking for this ball, but he's well beaten. Michael Malone ventures into the forward line, and he showed himself for a 1-2, gets it, he's up to the 21, feeds it inside. McSherry, and it's back to Kieran McNulty. McNulty tried to run through them, Kevin.
Yeah, he tried to bust through. He's seen a bit of space, and he thought maybe he would have been fouled, but he's ended up falling under the ball, and he's handled it on the ground. Yeah. Yep.
So free to Tullysorn here on the 14-metre line, on their own 14-metre line. It's kicked long and high, and not at all. Oh well, listen, it was well dealt with there by the Tullysorn forward line. And there's an overlap here. It's Kieran O'Riordan. He's in, and he shoots left-footed, and he shoots it over the bar. So, Kev, a free kick on your 14-yard line, and you hammer it down the middle of the field as hard as you can. You're lucky enough to catch it, and then one ball or two slick passes in, and you're in with a scoring chance. It's very economical football.
Yeah, it is, certainly is. It's just the whole game is just turned on its head, and Tullysorn on the verge here of equalising.
Well, and Ford gets away from his man there. That's Kieran Mullen. And Kieran Mullen has slotted over his third score after having scored a goal. That's his second point. So it's now 2 goals and 9 points to Whitecross and a goal and 12. The scores are level here midway through the second half. And it's Thomas Canning. And Thomas Canning really needs a good kick out here. He's got the ball out. They all jump, and that has worked well for Whitecross. Now Whitecross have a chance to break forward here. Mark Shields going at full steam here. He's up to the 21-metre line. He's held. He flicks it inside. And he bravely went down for that ball. And Derry News, or Tullysorn, as you do, Kevin, eager to win the ball, tried to dive in as well, and just adjudged a foul Mark Shields there.
Yeah, and it's an easy enough free for the referee to give, and he has been brave. The ball was there to be won, and he dived in to win the ball, and knowing that he was going to take a hard hit, and he's just shrugging it off here now, and they'll kick this one over the bar, no doubt.
Yeah, and it's what you would want from your county man, Kevin. Whitecross, the tails were down there for a few minutes, and they were watching Tullysorn coming back and pegging them back, and Mark Shields showing good leadership there to take them back up the field and win them a point. Cathal McSherry didn't hit that as confidently as he would have liked, but he's got it over the bar. That's his first score of the day, and it regains the lead for Whitecross. It's 2 goals and 10 points to 1 goal and 12, 16-15, with 14 and a half minutes gone here at Park Naloo Classy, the athletic grounds. So a nice kick out there by Black. And Tullysorn come away down the far stand side, and a good bit of speed by the corner forward, and he was pulled back there on that occasion by Ryan McSherry, and therefore he's given a free just outside the 45-metre line. Whitecross doing their best to filter back, and Kevin, they've sucked very deep. When if they were able to turn this over, they've a long way to go before they get back up the field, and have turned it over. So let's see how they can build. It's Anthony McCann plays it to Declan Lennon, who's running backwards, and that's well done by Barry McCune. Used all his experience there. Mark Shields in absolutely no hurry here, and I don't know what he's waiting on. And the referee's called a man in. He wasn't too happy about the tackle on Declan Lennon. When he fisted it on, he certainly took a knock. Kevin, I don't like that. The referee stopped the game to give a yellow card, and he really could have let play go on there, because Mark Shields, he was dallying on the ball, and there was a chance he was going to be overturned, and the referee sort of took that away from Tullysound there. But here comes Kieran McNulty down the far side, and a poor ball dealt with well by Neil McSherry. Neil McSherry's coming running in at an angle and was pulled back. Cal McSherry fires this one wide. So a big opportunity there for Cal McSherry. Spurned.
Yeah, it was an opportunity there to really kick on from that setback of Tullysound coming back level. So it's a poor miss.
Yep. So it's Sean Black, who's, let me see this kick out now. It's expertly taken, Kevin. He's just finding. He found on that occasion Kieran Mullen, who's having an absolute belter of a game there for Tullysound. He plays it inside to Owen Daly. Owen Daly pushes it down the line, and it's well won out there by Edward Mallon. He gives it out, and it's all the way into Matthew Kiernan. So Kiernan comes back on his right, hangs it up in the air. Oh, and the ball just went out, Kevin. Kevin Corrigan thought he was going to be able to keep that in, but the umpire had just adjudged him to be out and over the line. But let me see. Thomas Canning just getting set up again. Whitecross, Kevin, do you think they're just fading a bit?
I think the type of game that they play takes a whole lot of effort, and I think they really need to make a change here or something just to keep them going again. It's a big running game back and forth to filter players back and then filter players forward again.
And Kieran McNulty showed a great bit of skill to get past his man there, and Kevin Falloon's having none of it. He's blown him up and said he was over carrying. McNulty not too happy with that. Certainly didn't look a free from where I'm watching, but it's free to Tullysound, and they've got runners everywhere. Good ball pushed down to Conlon. Mark Shields just got his hand in and showed all his experience there. Kevin, he just went through him and got a hand on the ball and fed it off to Barry McCune. Barry McCune has been some servant to Whitecross over the years, and he gets them going forward. Here's Conor Malone. Conor Malone, he shoots again. He shoots again, Kevin, and he scores again. So, Kevin, the man who I described in the first minute as not being a prolific scorer, not being renowned for scoring, has now won 5 in a county final for his team. And you've been calling for the change, Kevin, and here comes the change. It's number 26, and number 26 is Dermy Boyle, the club captain, and he's going to replace Michael McGrory. Michael McGrory, scorer of 4 points, who so impressive in the first half. Maybe just ran out of juice a wee bit and tired.
Yeah, I think he did. He looks like he's on his socks off. He had a great first half there, and he just hasn't got back into the game in the second half.
I was going to say an ideal ball into Cathal McSherry. It was well intercepted by John McCune. So 2 points in the game here at Whitecross, and Tullysound look to come again. And they're able to build out a defence here. Good running, good strong running by Matthew Kiernan. He gives it out to Ryan Conlon, just maybe done a bit too much. He's going to shoot left-footed from the 45-metre line. He's giving it loads of... what a score. Score of the night, Kevin.
Yeah, it's fantastic. He took ownership over that ball. He almost sold it away and got it back into possession and to kick a lovely score there. Brilliant. Yeah.
It took every ounce of strength he had left in his legs to get that up in the air, and no shortage of skill at all. So that's a point that a point that Tullysarn needed just to leave the very minimum in it. It's 1-13 to Tullysarn is 16 and 2-11 to Whitecross. So a 1 point game. Here come Tullysarn with a free just outside the 45. It's played into Mallon. Mallon takes a bounce and a brilliant block by Declan Lennon. Just saved his side there from going level again. Anthony McCann feeds it out to Dermy Boyle. Dermy Boyle he hammers one down the line. A great ball to Ryan McSherry. McSherry turns inside and should have the pace for his man here. Cathal McSherry kicks it in left footed to Kieran McNulty. McNulty does well. He shipped a few hits. He fires and he fires wide. Kevin, he was working his socks off to try and get a score. Maybe the easier option would have been to find someone else in his team in a better position.
Yeah, he's took on 2 or 3 men there to try and get a bit of space to take the shot on, and he pulled it badly wide in the end. He should really have just turned himself around and laid it off to a colleague that was starting a better space. I think
I'll bet my bottom dollar that's what the referee was thinking, because once he started on his path of soloing it and bouncing it and dummying men, the referee was thinking, where are you going? So there's a ball kicked out and well contested by Ryan McSherry from Whitecross, who was a lot smaller than his man. Now Neil McSherry found himself in there. The referee is blown out. Neil McSherry found himself in there. If he had caught that ball, he might have been one-on-one with the keeper, but he dropped it and in doing so fouled his man in trying to recover it. So it's going to be a free kick to Tullysarn here on the 21-yard line. Kevin, the last time they had a free kick here, they smacked it up in the air. So we have a substitute here, 18 for Kevin Corrigan. So young Corrigan is going off, of course scored 4 points for his team. He can be proud of his efforts today. Here comes this free from the 21. Let's play it backwards. So Tullysarn maybe going back to go forward. Owen Daly laying it off here, and they're looking 1-2s, and there's a great attempt of a tackle. Certainly there's charging, Kevin, was it?
Yeah, I think it was right down in front of us here, Bora, and he seemed to lead into it, so I think in the end it's turned the right decision.
And there's a headbutt, Kevin, by number 22. I don't think maybe we could call it a headbutt, but certainly a head.
Yeah, it's coming together.
A head tap. Would we call it that?
Yeah.
Referee wants to talk to him anyway for whatever it is, and Kevin, you're playing the county final. You don't want to be getting involved in nonsense like that.
Yeah.
Have you much experience in playing county finals with Arrow, Kevin?
Well, I have a couple of medals in my back pocket, Bora.
Have you?
I certainly do. Junior and intermediate.
Failures and fashes.
I don't think so.
Here, Cathal McSherry's going to have a. Well, he's not actually going to take it. It's going to be Mark Shields going to try one from the 45. We'll not go back to 99, Kevin. We've had that conversation too many times.
We're definitely not going there. I should have been the third.
Here comes Mark Shields. Hands on hips. He takes 3, 4, 5, 6 steps back and 2 to the side. Hands go back on the hips. He looks very, very casual. Slow run up. Oh, he got it on target. It was oh, look at it in the poor hands there by the cornerback, Jody Collins. But fortunate enough to get off the hook there. A good kick by Mark Shields there. It was.
Yeah, we've seen him kick quite a number of frees there in the semi-final as well, and he didn't catch it quite, but he hit the target.
Yeah. He has those big men in there in the full forward line, and I'm sure he was thinking, I'm just not going to kick it wide. If I don't get it over the bar, I'm going to get it on target. Another substitution for Whitecross sees number 17, Frankie Gorman, replace number 2, Michael Malone. Tullysarn coming again, and Cal McSherry doesn't want to incur the wrath of the referees. He's already got a yellow card. Oh, referee. The referee allowed 2 Whitecross men to get right in and physical with number 5 Brian Kelly, and then blew him up for overcarrying. Kieran McNulty done very well there to win a free. He slowed himself down, and when the Tullysarn man went for a tackle, he sped up to burn past him and was pulled down. So an opportunity here just outside the 20, I suppose he's maybe 30 metres out. and it's a kick that's going to suit a left-footed player. Conor Malone tries to steal a few yards in, but the linesman's having none of it. There's 5.5 minutes to go here, and it's 2:11 to St Killian's White Cross and 1:13 to Tullysarn. Still a point in it. Oh, and it's taken short there. Conor Malone runs short, turns and puts it over. Another one from Malone, who's now on 1-6. And Kevin, that's experience. You can't buy that.
No, well, this is it. And the White Cross team's full of experience. And a lot of these players has even played senior football, for a few years as well. So that all counts. So when it comes to a county final like that, and it's when it comes down to small decisions, they make big differences.
You're dead right. Tullysarn come again, and they try and create a platform here. They're 2 points down with 5 minutes to go. Nice ball down to Gavin Conlon. Gavin Conlon takes on his man, and he has the beating of his man all day there. He jukes back on his right and finds Kieran Mullen. How Tullysarn could be doing with another bit of magic from Mullen. He feeds John McKeown. John McKeown lets one in long. Well done by goal. Kevin, I don't know if you saw that. That's the dictionary definition of dodgy. I think they all jumped, and the keeper jumped behind them all, and it just sort of landed in his chest. But it was what he done when I was in the middle of saying what a good catch by the goalkeeper. He tried to fist it out, and fisted it out straight at his feet, and he conceded the 45 himself. He tapped it out behind for a 45 himself. So all very hectic. It's Ryan Conlon who's getting ready to take this. Jamie Farrell supporting Mark Shields and White Cross. Good stuff. Gregory, can you wish Kaylee Stewart a happy birthday in Toronto? Mon the Sarn. And there's a 45 kick.
Fisted over.
Fisted over. I'm not going to give that to Ryan Conlon. I didn't see who fisted that over. Paul McKenna. White Cross GAC playing great stuff. Good stuff, Paul. I'm glad you're enjoying the match. Jerry Michael, Moyhu, Jerry, Tattoogarker and Cleha, Amor, or Tullysarn, O'Healy Park, and Oma, Moyhu. Ball kicked out, and it's Tullysarn coming again. They smell blood, and they're in trying to get level here. It's Mullen. Mullen plays it across, but that ball's going to be intercepted. Mark Shields done brilliantly well with Barry McKeown, and Barry McKeown gets the legs working, and a great ball into Cal McSherry. McSherry gets it on the second time of asking and plays it back to Barry McKeown. McKeown gives it back to McSherry. They've got chances here. A great ball into Conor Malone, although they've pushed him a wee bit wide. He doesn't want to be shooting from there. He does, What a score! What a score by Conor Malone. Time and time again in this second half, Kevin, when White Cross look to be struggling and they're not sure what way they're going, they're fighting Conor Malone, and time again he's put the ball over the bar for them.
Yeah, he's on an absolute stormer of a game, and he really has. He's proved you wrong time and time again.
Yeah, I'm just saying now he's not going to score to see Willie score, and I've been wrong every time. Everything I've said about him today. There's Conlon, who's doing his utmost for the Tullysarn cause at the other end. He kicks one right footed this time. He hangs it in on it. It's down, and it's Conlon. What a save! What a save! Point blank save, Kevin. It looked for all the world that the goal was on. A great take by Eddie Mullen. He turned, he done everything right. He put it low to the side of the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper dived full stretch. And now here come White Cross on the overlap. Kieran McNulty, if he gets this, he's 1-on-1. If he runs straight at him here, Kevin, but no, he gave the defender too much of a chance. The ball is recycled, but Conor Malone gets it and plays it across here to the other Shields. That's Barry Shields. Barry Shields going to shoot here from 30 yards, and he's not at all happy with that effort. 2 points in it here with just over a minute to go. It's 2:13 to 1:14. How Tullysarn would have loved to rattle the net there, Kevin, and will they get a better chance?
Well, you could certainly. That's a good kick out. Yeah.
Expert tackle by Mark Shields.
But the next opportunity coming is going to be lobbed straight into that square, so anything could happen.
Cahill McSherry gets the ball, turns and instinctively slots it over the bar to leave 3 points in it here. So, not sure how long's left. There's 30 seconds of normal time, and the referee's going to play another 3 minutes. A goal in it. We saw a late goal in the junior final. We saw a late goal in the senior semi-final last week. Here comes Kieran McNulty. McNulty plays it back in here to Neil McSherry. Neil McSherry plays it back to Mark Shields. Mark Shields happy to play it laterally to try and run down time. But I suggest if you're winning by 3, you might as well go for the 4th. You don't want to bring a team onto you. Here comes McNulty, and he's holding on to the ball. But it's getting very crowded in the middle there. Ball's played across here to Dermy Boyle. Dermy Boyle back to fullback Lennon. And Kevin. He just managed to get rid of that ball and no more. Well done by young McSherry, Ryan McSherry. And the referee still hasn't given him a free. I thought he was fouled 3 times there. And it's Conlon who picks it up. Plays it back to Adrian Conlon. And here come Tully Sarn. There's half a minute of the 3 additional minutes gone. And Kevin, they need to move this down the other end of the field as quick as they can. There's men over on the right hand side of the field, but they're going backwards. Kieran Mullen, they're being patient maybe and recycling it. They've got it to the captain, John McKeown. McKeown comes inside a second man, and he's pulled down by the waist by Neil McSherry. There's a minute gone of the 3. There's a goal separating the teams. It's a free in. It's a black card for Neil McSherry. He's going to be replaced here by 18, who's Cahill Vallely. This free's being taken by Gavin Conlon. No, he tried to spin that in and leave it in. Oh, Frankie Gorman got the ball there and tried to run through 4 or 5 men. Full back was fouled, Kevin, on the 21-yard line, but the referee hasn't blown his whistle yet. Connor Malone coming out here. He's got nothing ahead of him. He's waiting for Cahill McSherry to get up alongside him. Mark Shields, if he turns on the turbos, he's in, Kevin. If he went for it, and he's blown him up for over carrying. And all too deliberate there. I don't think any of them saw the run of Mark Shields, who had got in behind him. If they'd have kicked the ball just aimlessly into the 21, he was going to be in on goal.
Yeah, and Tully Sarn just need to get this ball in the edge of the square and get men up there.
Oh, and they've taken that free, and it's a dreadful kick. They've kicked it out over the sideline, and it's going to be a sideline ball for Whitecross. There's 35 seconds of additional time to play. I see P. McGuinness ready to come on here. Phelan McGuinness has come on. Number 24 has replaced 8 Barry Shields. P. McGuinness, a great stalwart for Whitecross as well down through the years. I'm delighted to see him getting a run in this county final. He's played in every season for the last 20 years and has always been a thorn in the side of anyone he's ever played against. And the ball's kicked in and it's over. The referee has blown the final whistle, and great scenes down on the pitch for as far as Whitecross people are concerned. And Tully Sarn, well, I suppose they're upset. Kevin, they can have no complaints about the year that they've put in. A fantastic year for the Tully Sarn club, and you know, as we said before the game, after having won the junior last year, to get to the intermediate final at the first time of asking and running Whitecross right to the wire. There was nothing in the two sides.
Absolutely, you know, they showed great heart to get back into that game in the second half, and where we thought Whitecross were just going to absolutely stroll away with it in the end, and you know, they made a real game of it, and it could have went either way in the end. And you know, it's great credit though to Whitecross. They didn't sort of explode really in the end. But when Tully Sarn came back at them, they could have just, you know, blew up completely. But they showed their experience, and they showed, you know, the desire and the hunger to get themselves over that line. And you know, it's great scenes out here in front of us. But Tully Sarn certainly nothing to be ashamed of in any way, shape or form. They've been fantastic this year, and showing that the junior clubs can come up and compete quite heavily with the intermediate teams.
That's dead right, Kevin. And we thought that Whitecross's experience, and having been here before and having known what it was going to take to win the intermediate, we thought that they would maybe just have too much for Tully Sarn. And so it proved in the end, I suppose, with Conor Malone and Cathal McSherry at the end being the ones to drag them over the line with some super scores. Conor Malone with a goal and 7, top scorer today, and surely a contender for man of the match. Michael McGrory with 4, Kieran McNulty a goal and 1, and on the other side, Kevin Corrigan with 4, Kieran Mullen with a goal and 2, and Matthew Kiernan with 2 points. So some great individual performances, and it's Whitecross who are the champions. Tully Sarn, they can go back, they can regroup, they can be proud of their efforts, and they can get ready for next year. I see Ronan Clark down in the middle of the huddle with them there, and they can be very proud of their efforts. Great effort. Whitecross doing all the celebrating in the middle of the field now. Some of them are coming forward maybe to receive the cup, or I can see Dermy Boyle, the captain, and Kieran McNulty making his way across. Yeah, here we go. We can see it on the screen here. Dermy Boyle and Kieran McNulty indeed climbing the steps. Great feeling, Kevin, for any club to win a championship. It's really a highlight of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. And Whitecross they had the determined of coming into this competition as favourites. After sadly losing out last year, and they've won about their business in good fashion.
Yeah, they have indeed. And yeah, just while we wait for the trophy to be presented, we will of course be back next week for the county senior final.
Yeah, and now we have a double header next week because of the junior match ending in the draw. So we'll be opening up the junior final replay, and followed by what will be cracker in the senior final.
I certainly think so. There's going to be a new name on the trophy this year, and I suppose there'll be a lot of interest from other counties as well to see what the talent's like in Armagh this year.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Paul McCardle, Chairman of the Armagh County Board, in the presence of Gerard Hurley, son of the late Arnie Hurley, and Darren McSherry, the marketing manager of Donnelly Group, and David Crawford from the sales department, Donnelly Group, and also in the presence of Cardinal Sean Brady. Paul will now present the Annie Hurley Memorial Cup to the joint captains of Killian's Whitecross, Dermot Boyle and Kieran McNulty.
That's our stewards. We have a fantastic bunch of stewards who night after night, day after day, make sure these games go on ahead. And I want to say thanks to the men and women who steward here and all the grounds in the county. I also want to organise thanks as well to the Donnelly Group who became our league and championship sponsors this year. Have done a fantastic job for us, and we're very glad to have them. Thanks to the fellows who are here today to represent the Donnelly Group. Can I just say as well, with the draw in the junior final, can I acknowledge all 4 clubs today and the fantastic games that we had. Obviously the junior final was a draw, very close, tight entertaining game. We look forward to having some Pats Cullyhanna and Clonmore Robert Abbott back here again next Sunday. And also to Tully Sarn. Tully Sarn, you have been a breath of fresh air in the Intermediate Championship this year. You played fantastically well throughout the competition, and I have no doubt the hunger that you have shown all year will bring you back again. I know this has been a very special year of anniversaries in Whitecross, and it's very, very fitting that this cup is going home to Whitecross. Congratulations on your club for everything you've achieved this year, and I'm sure now you want to get your hands on silverware and we'll hand it over.
Agus sin corn runha and sin ar Crushbarn agus ar Niamh Killian. So my here huge celebrations here among the Cross McGlen players and supporters, and our huge congratulations to them on bringing the Addy Hardy Cup back to their club. So sin on Creve at Arvanach, that's the end of the Intermediate Championship in Armagh this year, and congratulations to Whitecross and commiserations to Tullysarn for a great effort. So join us again next week for the senior final and the junior intermediate, and there'll be more information on the Twitter feed and on the website in the week ahead. So Uamsa Barrow Mario agus o Kevin Fox agus o Furin Telefish Ardwaha from us all here at Armagh TV. Slán agus Bonnet.